Hi there. So today I'm going to talk about a real cool trick concerning Spring Boot web application. So let's say you have a website and you need to upload each time you need to upload new videos and file images, all kind of static resources, all kind of resources in general. So there is either you store everything in your database, which is a very bad idea to store a video of like it could be 100 MB on your database, which is a real bad idea. Even images, which not that good. So you could use this solution, and the other solution is to store them in an external database like Firebase or whatever, and store in your database just the path or the description to your file. So this is another solution. The third solution is to store them in an external resource folder in your server, like you deploy your jar file to a server and you have a certain amount of space there, so you could create an external folder, name it resource, and store all your external resources there, like images, videos, and whatever. So today I'm going to show you how you can read and store uh, this static file to this external folder and read from them here in the HTML in your view. So what I did is I already created the basic Spring Boot application, and I configured a few things. So I created the basic HTML themely view where I have a form with an action upload, and since we are going to post some files, so that's mean multi-part file, so we need to use this ink type multi-part for data, so to be able to really send file to post file to the server. And we have an input here, which we will be choosing the file we want to upload to the server, and the submit button. Then with Themeleaf, I'm using this. If the file exists, this file gonna be a model where we're gonna store all our files, uploaded file. So I'm gonna show here a video. The video I just uploaded to the server. This could be your web page, and you have a lot of video and you iterate through them or whatever. So I'm using here just a single thing, a single case with a video, image, and the PDF. So as you see here, I'm using the resource video. This resource folder is the external folder where you will have another folder inside of it and you call it video. And here the file video gonna be a file, a model, and an attribute which call a video, and it holds just the name of the video. So we're gonna see how we can this gonna be an external resource, not within the class path of Spring Boot here. Within inside the project, it's gonna be an external folder. So the same thing with the image and the PDF. So this is the very simple thing I've created. If we have a file here, since we don't have anything here, so we're not displaying here, we haven't uploaded anything. So to start with that, I have already created the resource. This is gonna be just for testing a resource, the same one I have here, the HTML, the external folder. It resides on my PC, and with the image folder, PDF, and a video folder. So what we need to do is I will copy this and go here. So let's start configuring the whole thing, and I will go here and I will write external resources path, give it the path, and I will copy paste the path, adjust and change this. And we'll add another thing, which is external resource directory. So basically it's just the directory, this directory. It's not this. We need to proceed it with the resource. I copied the wrong thing. Resources. So the directory is the resources, and you will see why I put this also here. So, but first thing, in order to be able to post large file, it could be a video with a few hundred megabytes. So in order to be able to post some large file, we need to some servlet configuration, which is, I'm gonna start with this one, Spring, then servlet Spring multi-part, since we are using multi-part, max file size, and I'm gonna give it 600 megabytes just to make sure. Then Spring servlet multi-part max. Now request path, request size, not the size, and I'm gonna give it a little bit more than 600, like 620 megabytes. So that's it for now. Spring servlet multi-part, so I guess that's it. And we need to create a mock model that will contain our file, and I'm gonna name it my file. So in your case, in a real application, this is gonna be an entity, and you're going to process your file to the name of your file to the database. Anyway, string, we'll call it video. We'll just hold the name of the video, the path, just the name, not the full path. Image, and we add in a string, then private string PDF. So that's it. Private string. So just a basic constructor and setter and getter. So this one, I'm going to add some setters and getters. Select all, generate. So, and in order, and what we have to do is another configuration, and which is under the, it's going to be in the MVC config. So I put here in the wrong place, sorry. So under the Spring here, I'm gonna add another class, configuration class, which I will call it MVC config, and this class gonna implement web MVC configure. I'm gonna annotate it with the configuration. Then enable web MVC, and if we navigate to this, there is a method here we need to override, which is add resource handler. Yes, that's the name. Add resource configure. Where is it? View controller. Add resource handler. This one. We need to override. We have to override it, and write override, and it takes in to public, so it's not gonna be default, but public void. What the matter? Well, yes, this is a final, should be a final. What's the matter with this? Give me a minute. Oh wow, I did not pay attention because this was not a class, and I actually wrote an enum, not a class. That's stupid. So registry and add resource handler, and I already have here static CSS, so I need to add these, and it's gonna take like this CSS, and close this, add, then add resource location where this CSS exists. It's class path, and under static CSS, then the class path static. I guess that's it. So let's compile this and run this and see if I have a problem. Where this problem is? Right here. Missed the semicolon. It seems like I can't type sometimes. I don't know why. Sorry. So it's working. So just as like we added this location, the CSS location, the CSS folder location, we need to add the other thing. So how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna use the value annotation, and it's gonna take like this, and it's going to take this first one, the path, this getting crazy. I'm gonna name it private string, name it path. And another thing, copy. I'm gonna name it the directory folder or folder. So this is gonna be a there, because we have here a there. I guess there, yes. So that's it, and I'm gonna add these just like how I added this CSS here. Now it's gonna be this plus the there, our folder, plus this. So, and here what we will write is file. Make sure to write file, then plus, then path. So this is how you configure it. So it's ready, and I'm gonna copy and paste this in the controller. Here in the controller we have just one thing to show the index, and what I'm gonna do here is create a private static in my files, so we can store the files in it. Files, name it file new my files, and import. So just so I can import this, and I'm gonna create here a post method, post annotation, post mapping, and give it the upload. Then here public string, we're gonna return the index, and the upload, give it a name, the upload. It's gonna take a request paran. This paran is the file, and this file is of type of multi-part file, name file. Then we need the model to return our model, and that's it. So I'm gonna add a return here, leave it empty for now. So the first thing I need to test, if file is empty, then I'm gonna throw a new runtime exception with a message like not a valid file. So otherwise I'm just proceeding. So I'm gonna create here an input stream, call it in, give it null for now, then an output. We'll try to write our file in the folder, appropriate folder, using the buffered stream. So make sure to write it faster. And here is the in, gonna be buffered input stream, buffered input stream, new buffered input stream, and it's gonna take what it takes. This buffered input stream, it takes an input stream, and the input stream we can get it from the file itself, the multiparts file, get stream. Then we need to create this byte, an array of bytes, array of bytes. We name it p, like it's gonna be in get read all bytes. So we try to read all the bytes, then out a new buffered, now output, not the input, this one, output stream, buffered output stream, doesn't take size, and then what I'm gonna do here is new file output stream. Then they give it, actually this is, it takes a full path, just like that. I'm gonna create this full path, the full string, full path, yeah, this side full path. So why I'm creating this and passing this to the file, multiple file. Why I'm doing this, because we will post different kind of files, so that's why I'm. So first I'm going to create a string, file name, and it's going to take a file, get original name, then I'm gonna create an index. It's gonna be a file name, and index of. So look for this, and I'm gonna create a string, another string, which I call it extension. Anyway, and it's gonna be file name substring. It's gonna take index plus 1 until the end. The end is, sorry, and the end is the file name itself in length. So that's it. And I'm gonna test if like, and would like to transform it to uppercase. So if PDF, the extension is PDF equal extension, then what I'm gonna do is set the PDF into file name, then return. What we're gonna return is the path, the full path is the path, this one here, the path here. I don't need this folder. I guess I don't need this folder here. I don't need it. So it's just the path. Then concatenate it with the file separator. Then what else? Like we are here. We have the PDFs. Then with the PDF, because we know this is gonna be the folder of the PDF. So resource So that's it, gonna be here. Then PDF and this. No, there's gonna be another file separator. No, it's file separator. Then file name. So that's it. I'm gonna do the same thing for the video and the, so it's gonna be an else if, then else if, then else. I'm just gonna throw new runtime exception. I'm gonna pass it to not a supported file extension, like this. Anyway, and change these to the, this is gonna be for the image, and I'm gonna accept PNG for example, or either PNG or JPG. So anyway, you can add your own extension here, the things you're supporting. So this is gonna be JPG. The file here, we set the image instead. Here we write to images, yes, and for here I'm doing the video, so I'm gonna support just MP4. Let's say just one set video file name, and this is gonna be video. So that's it. I have an error here somewhere, semicolon, and get rid of this null here. So that's it, and I'm going to try to wrap this inside try catch block. File not found, IO exception, yes, that's good. So reading of this, create the output, then out, and just gonna write the bytes B. So finally add another finally not finalize, and the in gonna nicely close our input and output stream, then out, close. Never forget to close your file or stream, so it does gives change to close. Yes, that's close. Close, not. So you need to be wrapped inside the try catch. I'm gonna take this up. So here you just add the attribute or file to the, and name it file there in the HTML. So I'm gonna keep the same convention here. File, then that's it. Let's compile or run the server, run this, and see what's gonna happen. What? maps, error creating bean with name, MVC config, injection auto dependency. What we have here, external resource path, external resource path. Sorry, give me a minute. So it was giving me the an error there could not support something because this is a resource and that's a bad typo. So our application is running perfectly, and let's try to upload. I'm gonna go into tutorial. Where this one, test file. I'm gonna post this Steve job file. See, it gives an error. Let's see what the error is. Sorry, I forgot in the home control to not return the index. Damn it. So let's try again. So it's passed. We got the image here. Let's try with a video. Feynman, Richard Feynman video. So we got the video here. So let's go back to this resource. So we are created the image here and the video here. So we try with a PDF, Food of Gods. So I guess it's uploaded successfully. So that's it. It's working. So instead of using this static file here, you will be persisting your things into your database instead and uploading your actual file into your external folder. In my case is in image resource. So for example, we have the image here. Let's try with another image. If I have one there, no I don't. Let's try with this. This is a big video. It's like 300, I guess 300 megabytes. It takes time, but there you go. You got it there. So if we go to video, it's there. So I hope this is gonna be useful to you, and see you next time.